Hey there everyone, Gary here, and welcome to another top 10, another Mario Kart top 10 that I've done in not really a long period of time. I've done 2 Mario Kart countdowns in a short period of time, so yeah, that's great. Pretty much today I'm counting down my top 10 favorite Mario Kart 8 Deluxe items. I've already done something like this a few years ago with Mario Kart 8, where I had my subscribers at the time vote on a poll for their favorite Mario Kart 8 Deluxe item, or not Deluxe, but Mario Kart 8 items, and no one voted because my channel back then was practically dead. It was amazing how I was able to put 10 items on the list. So yeah, today I'm going through my own. I think this list has changed a lot. I had trouble even putting the items in a spot, like each of the items in, designated spot, I mean. So it was really hard to make this list. But yeah, I think this list kind of holds true to what I think. So yeah, let's just go into it. At number 10, this item might be a bit weird to even put at this, but I have the Crazy 8. So this item might be controversial to even put here, but keep in mind that this combines the coin obviously and other, well-rounded items. But in terms of how I play, I don't really see how I would benefit from having this item. I generally think that me and most other people would get this item and panic. We would get it and we'd be like, oh shit, Crazy 8, I need to just get rid of everything, use a star, use a mushroom at a reasonable time, fuck this coin. It's it's really not a good item to, really have, unless, you're in last place, which you even get the Crazy 8 in last place. It kinda depends, doesn't it? But yeah, it just doesn't really seem like an item people really use. What's the word I'm thinking of? Well, it's just an item that people typically spam whenever they get it. They don't really have a use for it, except for just, catching up a bit. But other than that, it really doesn't, go well with me and how I play. At number 9, I have triple greens. So this and the next few slots are going to be kind of the same, but not really. So in my opinion, the triple greens are, good because unlike red shells, they can actually bounce off walls, and they're good defensive items. In my honest opinion, they're good for spots where you're in 3rd place, 2nd place, all of that generally, from keeping defense on yourself so you don't get hit. At number 8, I have triple bananas. So just like number 9, they're pretty much green shells, right? Except they're kind of better for sniping. You just see someone in front of you, you can have a chance to throw it. If you hit them, hell yes. If you don't, well, at least you got 2 more, and they're still good defensive items. Even then, you can still drop a banana peel behind you, and it'll stop a red shell or even a shell. I mean a green one, and yeah, it could help you out a lot. They're better. I would rather have one remaining banana rather than either of the shells, because I feel just putting it behind me would be less risky than just throwing a shell back, hoping that whatever is coming to me would actually stop. So yeah. At number 7, I have triple reds. So yeah, they're pretty much the same as triple bananas, triple greens in a way, but the difference between green shells and red shells, everyone knows this. The red shells can actually change their direction and actually go in the direction of the track. So green, oh my god, red shells typically are a lot smarter in this game than any other games they've been in the Mario Kart series, in my opinion. Even if you have 1 or 2 red shells remaining, you can use them for defense, and you can also use them for taking out other people. I generally use them for taking out other people in front of me, but it can go either way. They're a much better offensive, defensive item than the triple bananas and the triple greens, in my opinion. So yeah. At number 6, I have bullet bill. So this is kind of a cheap item to have at this spot, but yeah, bullet bills are pretty much good because it can bring you up, a decent amount of spots, or even bring you up to, the pack if you're way behind, because depending on how well you use it and when you use it, you'll pretty much gain a lot of, road or miles or whatever you call it, and get good ground. So yeah, you can pretty much start your comebacks from having bullet bills, and it generally helps out a lot, I feel, and that's pretty much it. It's just like a good item if you're in the back of the pack, or just behind a lot of people, or in last place. It's all kind of the same thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. At number 5, I have Boo. So Boo is an interesting item. It kind of, you could theoretically get any item from Boo, which is why it's so high on the list. But the reason why it isn't in the top 3 for me is you could get like a coin. I generally get coins. I generally only get coins unless it's like a rare occasion where it's like, okay, you know what, man, I'm sorry, here's a mushroom. It's like, it's either a mushroom or like a coin. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I guarantee that, there's occasions where you could get like a bullet bill, or, shells, other good items for that matter. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I think it just depends on which spot you are, but it's like whenever I do get a Boo, I'm like either in the middle of the pack or in the front. But there's like a few people, like I'm generally like 3rd place at most, like for a good positioning whenever I get it. So yeah, that's about it. At number 4, I have triple mushrooms. So this is another triple mushroom that isn't a part of the other triple mushrooms on this list. I generally think that they're good in terms of, only kind of offensive scenarios. You can do various shortcuts if you are able to hold on to the mushrooms for the entire race. You can do like a huge shortcut, or do like a really huge shortcut one lap and another okay sized shortcut on the 3rd lap or something, and you can get like lots of grounds from but the person behind you. You could theoretically front run the entire race, depending on how lucky you are and how bad the people are in the room, if you like use them wisely. And that's pretty much why I like them. They're good. At number 3, I have the Super Horn. So this is only good if you're in 1st place. I feel there's moments where you can have this in like 2nd, 3rd, or even 4th place for that matter, and come up with good plays. But it generally works out if you're in 1st. Obviously, due to blue shells, in this game they call them spiny shells, but yeah, I feel like you could also use them from dodging red shells, even bananas, any shells for that matter actually, they're typically used for shells, and bombs. What? You can't dodge a bomb with a Super Horn? Can you? I don't think so. But yeah. You can pretty much come up with a lot of good plays from, having the Super Horn, it will save a race. Yeah, that's about it. At number 2, I have the golden mushroom. So just like the triple mushroom, this is good for, mostly the reasons I have for that, but a reason that I think this is good, other than, apart from the triple mushrooms, is you can actually make more of a comeback with these than the triple mushrooms. If you're way behind, you can do like an ultra shortcut. If there's even ultra shortcuts in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but you can pretty much do a shortcut and you'll gain good grounds, continue with that, and you'll pretty much catch up to like 11th or have a fire behind. Or pretty much you can do item smuggling, if that makes sense, where you just hold on to it, gain placements without using it, and use it when you're like 4th place or something, and that would work out. And at number 1, I have Starman. So what better way of combining the Super Horn and a mushroom, or pretty much a golden mushroom, kind of, but not really, into one item. So this is an invincible item. It's good for defensive plays, and it's kind of fast, so you can pretty much go off-road and do tricks on, you know, off-ramp things and such like that. So it's pretty much like a really good item if you are in a trouble with other players, if you need to dodge something quickly, or if you just need to catch up. It's like a perfect balance of, like, you know, the good items in the game, which is why I have it at number 1. And yeah, that's gonna do it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry my voice sounds disgusting. If the mic was able to pick it up, I didn't really get a drink before I started recording this, so yeah, that's why this video sucks. But yeah, subscribe to this channel if you want more top 10s or countdowns of Nintendo games. Subscribe to my co-op channel in the description. Follow me on Twitter, and yeah, that's going to do it. See ya.